The Adventures of Sodor, The Early Years, Episode 6, Lazy Wheels. It was a couple of days after Henry had rushed into the tunnel. He has now been bricked up, and Gordon was having to do his express work. But 98462 was not happy because Gordon was doing his express, but 98462 had to do Henry's work. And he would groan about it, making the other engines really angry. "I don't deserve to be like this," said 98462. "I am a good engine, and I should not be treated as if I have to do other engines' work. I deserve my own express train," he said. "Well, you won't get an express train if you keep it this up," said Gordon. "Yes," said Winston. "Well, that does not matter," he said. "I want to pull my own express trains." Once everyone got aboard, 98462 steamed off, and he was not a happy engine. "Now it's time to get this express on the go," he said. He did not want to pull Henry's express, so he was thinking of ways to not pull it. He was trying to think as hard as his little engine brain could, but he just could not think of anything until he had to come to a stop at Crosby. He slowed down. "Right," he said, "now it's time to unload." "Wait," he said. While the passengers were getting in and out of the coaches, he had a good idea coming to his head. "If the next engine I'll see, I'll tell them to pull my train," he said. He gave out a loud whistle. The guard's whistle blew, and he steamed ahead. Now I'll show them," he said. He then moved over into Ballyhoo Tunnel, which has since been renamed to Henry's Tunnel, since Henry's in the tunnel. "Now," said 98462, "once I reach the docks, I'll ask another engine to come and take my train. Then it will be a fine way to get out of work," he said. He raced along the line and was glad that the Earlsbridge and Knapford Light Railway, I'm pretty sure, has been extended to go to the docks. "Now," he said, "I'll brake hard, and then the passengers will groan. Then Winston will arrive and I can tell him to pull my train," he said. So he braked as hard as he could. "Ow, ow, 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 ow," said the coaches. "All off," said 98462. The passengers began to complain on what a bad railway it was. "Now," he said, "I can get Winston to pull my own train," he said. Winston was steaming down the line. He was still angry about 98462, but he had to pull the mail train, so he was doing as he was told. He still could not get over on what 98462 and how angry 98462 was. The mail was unloaded and more mail was put in. "I was not expecting to get more mail at this station," said Winston. "It's for the docks," said the station master. "You see, they have a contract to basically give us more goods to help rebuild some of the lines," said the station master. Okay, said Winston. But it got sent to the wrong location, aka here, so we need you to take it to the docks. Okay, said Winston, and he steamed ahead. Can't believe they mixed up the way they needed to get it to, said Winston. He then steamed up to the tunnel, to Henry's tunnel. At least Henry doesn't have to listen to 98462's grumbling, said Winston. I'd rather be shut up in a tunnel right now, he said. Hello, Henry, said Winston. Hello, said Henry. What's the news? Sorry, can't stop, said Winston. And he carries on with his work. He soon steams back on to the line and was still not happy. Can't believe 98462 hates putting Henry's express. Like he wants his own express, so why is he angry about it? He said Winston. You do know he wants to pull his own express, not an engine who would probably get out the tunnel one day, said his driver. I know, said Winston. They soon was coming up to the docks. I just hope 98462 is not complaining as usual, he said. Knowing him, he will, said his driver. Yes, he will, said Winston. Then Winston saw him still at the docks. Why is he still at the docks? Said Winston. I don't know, we'd better ask him, said his driver. So once they entered the docks, they came up alongside him. Hey, 98462, said Winston. Yes, said 98462. What you doing here? You're meant to be on the line. Also, here's your mail. The dock managers, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, your mail got lost and went to Crosby instead of the docks, said Winston. Winston, can you please take my train? I'm not feeling well, said 98462. Okay, but why do you look cross? Said Winston. I'm just not feeling well, so I'm cross because I can't do my jobs, said 98462. Okay, said Winston. Then I recommend trying to get back to the sheds. If not, you're going to have to stay here, said Winston. Okay, said 98462. Go to the sidings, said Winston. Okay, said 98462. So 98462 wants to go to the sidings, taking Winston's advice. But he knew that Winston was falling into his trap to get them both into trouble, but also to get out of Henry's work. But Winston knew what 98462 was trying to do, but was simply playing along with it. Alright, 98462, said Winston. Go and take a break, he said. Okay, said 98462. Winston was quietly talked to his driver for a little joke to do on 98462. The two laughed and knew what to do. Right, 98462, said Winston, trying to hold his laughing. Can you be my brake van until I get my mail train back? Said Winston. Wait, what? Said 98462. Laughed Winston. No, get me out the siding, said 98462. But Winston already blocked up the points, and now was beginning to reverse into 98462. No, Winston, why are you doing this? Said 98462. To prove to you that you need to do your jobs, said Winston. He shunted 98462 into the flatbed and crashed him. Ow, said 98462. I'm just glad this is where my mail run ends, said Winston. Otherwise I would not have been able to pull this prank off. Why did you have to do this to me, Winston, said 98462. Hopefully this will teach you a lesson on being a rude engine, he said. Oh, it will, said 98462. I do need to take those vans back to Happends though, said Winston. Oh well, how about I take your express train and shunt it into you again? Shall I? Said Winston. No, don't, said 98462. I was only joking, said Winston. Winston backed down onto the train. Now, I think you've learned your lesson, said Winston. I do too, said 98462. Now time to bring these coaches all the way back to Vickerstown, said Winston, and he steamed away. But I think 98462 has learned his lesson about not doing his jobs when feeling lazy, don't you?